To be small does not necessarily mean to be insignificant or incapable. Israel stands as proof of that. Since its founding, the country has stood its ground against unlikely odds and did so repeatedly. The Israeli Defense Forces are the envy of many NATO member states. The country fields an expensive high-tech military that includes cutting-edge air and missile defense systems, stealth fighters, as well as advanced intelligence, surveillance, and reconnaissance capabilities. Meanwhile, Israeli industries have produced a batch of impressive weapons, ranging from drones and tanks to satellites and cybersecurity. Yes, Israel has done well for itself in terms of creating an indigenous aerospace and defense industry, and the world has taken notice. Tiny Israel ranks among the 10 leading exporters of major weapons globally. Israeli weapons have been employed far and wide, sometimes even tilting the tactical battlefield. Yet, it is precisely this pursuit of high-tech superiority against low-tech adversaries such as Hamas that has clouded its foresight, suggesting that Israel might be more dressed for the parade and not necessarily for the battle. When Israel was founded, its military consisted of ragtag militias that barely had the means to produce ammunition. The government had to import weapons from established defense industries, often covertly and illegally. But in the 1970s, the situation changed when France, Israel's main arms supplier, cut off support after the Six-Day War. At the same time, the Soviets began supplying neighboring Arab states with sophisticated weapons. This led to the 1973 Yom Kippur War, which exposed a strategic vulnerability for Israel, its dependence on foreign suppliers. Facing the threat of annihilation, Israel had to innovate. Massive research and development programs were launched, and scientists and engineers were encouraged to innovate. This led to the creation of indigenous defense industries, such as spy drones and the Merkava tank. Israel also launched its own satellites, becoming one of the few nations with independent satellite launch capabilities. All of this was made possible thanks to American support, which has totaled $130 billion since 1976. However, the relationship between Israel and the United States is mutually beneficial, as the US has also benefited from Israeli technology, particularly during the Gulf War. Israel has become a leader in military technology, from missile defense systems like the Iron Dome to cyber warfare, as seen in the Stuxnet attack on Iran. However, over-reliance on technology can also be a weakness. In the recent Hamas attack, Israel's advanced defense systems were overwhelmed, exposing gaps in its strategy. Israel believed it was invulnerable to large-scale attacks thanks to its smart border defenses around Gaza, but the sheer volume of rockets launched by Hamas saturated the Iron Dome system. Additionally, there were too few soldiers on the ground to stop the incursion. This highlights the danger of over-reliance on technology, which can become a single point of failure. Despite this, Israel continues to develop new military concepts like decisive victory, which relies on artificial intelligence and reducing dependence on ground forces. But the recent attack serves as a reminder that well-trained soldiers remain the backbone of any military, and technology alone is not enough to secure victory. Because ultimately, a tank or a drone may take a hill, but only geopolitical foresight can take the horizon.